Welcome back to the Theme Park Realm YouTube channel and another brand new episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And in today's video we are continuing work on the spooky themed area of the park. Now of course in the last video we built the kind of boundary wall between the Egyptian area and the spooky area, and then of course we also started building the double launch LSM coaster as well, and we also started building the actual station building for the ride. But the kind of aim of today's video is going to be to go around now and just finish off those kind of area kind of retaining walls. Now as I said in the last video, the whole idea with this area is that it's going to be almost like the insides of a castle ground. So I need to go round now the outside of it, and you'll see I'm just doing a little bit more work to the boundary between the two areas, just finishing that off first. But I'm going to be going round and actually building a massive wall that goes around almost the whole area. There'll still be a bit more work probably to do in the next few episodes, but I'm going to go literally around the whole place and then add like a massive castle wall going around the whole thing. And I think it'll look really cool in this area. You know, like a compact space that we've got with this area, so I had to kind of think of something a bit different. There isn't any room really to put any trees or anything like that to kind of segregate the area from the rest of the park. So in order to combat that issue, I've decided to kind of theme the whole area as if you're inside this like deserted spooky castle ground, and that's kind of the sort of theme that I want to go for, and that I am going to, you know, you'll see sort of as this video progresses, I do manage to get like quite a large castle wall. Now it probably doesn't look the best at the moment, you know, as you'll see sort of as the video goes on, it probably won't look the best, but as we go through these videos I'm going to be adding more detail to it, you know, as we go along, so it will get better and better, you know, with time as I sort of add more detail and more rides to the area. But as I say, that's kind of like the main aim. Now I did started off with a wooden entrance, didn't like that at all, so I'm actually putting the castle kind of around the entrance area as well, just to kind of finish that off, because I wasn't really happy with how it was looking. I mean, that kind of that spooky house kind of theme, I feel like it's good for what it's doing there with the station building, but I didn't want to continue that around the whole area. I think the castle kind of vibe looks much better, and it's a lot more spooky as well. You can see I was trying to add a curved wall, didn't work at all. But yeah, I really like the idea of having this massive castle, having like turrets everywhere, making it look really spooky. I think it's going to look really good in this area. I'm not sure if we're going to build another roller coaster. We could do potentially, because there's a lot of room to work with at the very back of the area, but it's the front of the area where I've built the purple LSM launch coaster. That's where it's quite compact and there's not much space, which is why I've gone for this massive castle kind of wall. And I'm gonna try and make it so that the kind of ride interacts with it a little bit as well at points. And we'll work on that, as I say, as the videos continue. But I really like all like the kind of turrets and stuff like that you can add, and you can really add a lot of detail. There's a lot of different pieces with the actual castle style theme, and there's loads of different walls, different roof parts and stuff like that, so I feel like it will look really good and it's going to make a really nice looking area. And as I said, you know, in the last video, if you've got any feedback for me, please do let me know in the comments. You know, if there's anything that you'd like me to see, you know, you'd like to see me add to this area, do let me know, and I will be sort of reading through those, and you know, certainly if we've got some good suggestions, then I will definitely, you know, see what we can do to implement people's ideas into this world, or even on the next, you know, as I've said previously, the next area now is going to be a sci-fi themed area. So if you've got any ideas for that, please do let me know, you know, what kind of ride you'd like to see, stuff like that. Just let me know in the comments down below and I'll certainly see what I can do with those. But yeah, what I wanted to do in today's video, like I did in the last video, wanted to go through a few more comments again that people had sort of commented. I'm going to start doing this now, you know, as long as I've got some comments to go through, then I'm going to start going through people's comments just to see what people are saying. Now, you will notice with some of these videos, I do record them in advance, so you may have commented on like one of my videos and you might be questioning like, why haven't I read out the comment? And it'll just be because I'm a little bit behind with the uploads. As I said, you know, previously, it does take me quite a while to make these videos. So in order to get as many of them out as I possibly can, and you know, as I've said previously, I really want to start getting through this and getting this world done now. So in order to do that, I do need to record some of them in advance. Don't get me wrong, they're not that far in advance, but I'm talking like a few days. But before that reason, it does mean sometimes that I will be reading comments from like a couple of videos ago, but I'm sure you guys understand anyway. But yeah, on the last video that I uploaded, Alex K commented again. He said, more RCT3. I like seeing what people can do in the game and being creative. Well, you know, it is one of those things, you know, with this, I'm trying to use, and that's the whole point of this series, is I was really trying to use kind of what we've got available in the game, not using any custom scenery or anything like that. I have used custom scenery before. I actually had custom lighting, which was actually quite nice, and I had custom supports as well. Now, the custom supports, I found them to be a real nightmare. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the sort of the particular pack that I had, but I really did have a nightmare with it, because when you put custom supports in RCT3, you have to delete the supports that are already on the rides. So you have to have this kind of like invisible block, basically, that removes the supports from the ride, and then obviously that then allows you to put custom supports on it. But to be honest, it was just a real pain. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me because I'm not used to doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a custom scenery expert. I've not done it, I've not used it that many times. But yeah, it was a real pain. So I don't think I'll be using those again, or unless I do like a series that's just dedicated to using custom scenery. Maybe that would be quite interesting. But you can see there I've put in a spooky house as well. I thought that'd look quite nice kind of at the end of the area, just to finish it off. And I've also put like a little hill there as well, so the ride almost kind of, it sort of goes round the terrain. I thought that looked quite cool as well. But anyway, back to the comments. Ben Ornelis, he commented again. Thank you very much for the support, by the way, guys. He put, I love the RCT3 series, but I think that you should play Planet Coaster. Now, people keep saying it over and over again, play Planet Coaster, do Planet Coaster, and I will be doing Planet Coaster. I'm not sure when I'll be doing that, but stay tuned because it will be coming. As soon as I've finished off with this series, I think I will be going on to Planet Coaster. To be honest with you, I've actually never played Planet Coaster before, so what I plan to do is I plan to get the game and then pretty much do the series straight away. I might do a test world before just to get to grips with it, but I really want my Planet Coaster world on YouTube to be the first Planet Coaster world that I've ever made, and that should be quite interesting as well to watch, because obviously you'll have to kind of see me improve over time, because as I say, it's not a game that I've actually played before. So I've watched other people play it, I've watched kind of like time-lapse videos of people playing it, but I've never actually done Planet Coaster. And don't get me wrong, it looks like a fantastic game, and I think I actually will really enjoy it, because RCT3, I absolutely love this game. And I always have done. Ever since I very first played it, I was like, why have I not played this before? So I just love sandbox games where you can get creative. So I think I definitely will. There's no question about it. I definitely will like Planet Coaster, but it's just one of them. I want to wait until I've got this finished, and then I will definitely move into it. Absolutely, definitely. And then you put maybe a spooky area idea. You could build a track ride with spooky trains. Maybe a dark ride. To be fair, a dark ride in this area would look really good, and I do have room to work with at the very back, so perhaps I will have a look at that in one of the next videos. I could definitely sort of extend that castle facade and maybe put a ride into that, so that's actually a really good idea. Whether or not it would be a track ride or maybe a coaster, I don't know. Well, I'll definitely have a look at that, definitely. It's not a bad idea, and I feel like that would look quite good as well. And then Cameron's commented, please do more RCT3 content. I definitely will be. There'll be plenty more videos coming over the next few weeks and up to Christmas. There'll be plenty more RCT3 coming in. And even when I do eventually go to Planet Coaster, I still think I will come back to RCT3 and possibly do another series on that as well. So yeah, there'll definitely be more. And Mega Yoshi Films commented, more RCT3 content. We've got a common theme going here with more RCT3 content, but it will be coming. I will be doing more, and I will be uploading it, so do not worry at all. And then Suzanne commented, great video, thank you very much for watching. I'm so glad that people enjoy these videos, I really am. Thank you to everyone who watches, who likes, who comments. I really, really do appreciate it, so thank you very much for all of the comments that people are putting on here. And I think, it's going really well now, the series. It's really kind of, we're really getting into it now, aren't we, with this park. We're coming near to the end. As I say, we're definitely way over halfway through this now, and I really do feel like the park's coming together. Like I said, once it's finished, I will be putting the file up online. Obviously, we need to go through and name all the rides and actually open the park as well, which is a whole separate thing. But once I've done that, I am planning on putting the park online somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where yet, but if anyone knows where I could upload it to, perhaps maybe Steam or something like that, if I can get it on there, I'll definitely upload it. I don't think I'd upload it onto like a file sharing website because people might think it's a virus, and I feel like if I upload it somewhere like, there's a not a Planet Coaster, there's a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 website, I'm sure there is, where people can upload their own worlds, and I feel like it'd get a lot more people looking at it then, and perhaps bring more people to the actual series itself as well. So I will definitely have a little look at that. You know, we'll get the world uploaded somewhere. I'm just not 100% sure yet, you know, where it would be yet. But if anyone knows, you know, a good place that I can upload it, the only real place that I know of at the moment would be Steam. So maybe I'll upload it on there. You know, I'm not sure. But it's actually not the Steam version of the game. It's actually the disc version, the original version that I've got. So I don't actually know if I can upload it to Steam without having the Steam copy of it. But then there is actually a new version of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 out now, called I think it's called the Complete Edition, and that was actually free. And I just missed the offer. I was going to get it, and I just missed the offer completely, but it was free to download for like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, and I just completely missed it. But I didn't actually realise that the Complete Edition was different to this edition that I've got, because this is the Platinum Edition, I think, and I didn't realise that they'd actually... I thought that the Complete Edition was just the Platinum Edition, but not on disc, but it turns out that they've actually upgraded the graphics, so you can actually get RCT3 now in 1080p, and it actually looks a lot better. Now, I know the video as I'm uploading it is 1080p, but the actual game, I think I'm playing it in like 720p, and then I have to stretch it to actually fill 1080p, so it's not actually 1080p that you're watching on here. And if you get the Complete Edition, it does look a lot better. You really can tell, because like if you look at like the heads-up display around the screen, that's a lot smaller. It doesn't take up as much of the screen, and you really can tell with like the textures on things and stuff like that. It doesn't look like it's stretched. I mean, it doesn't look bad on my videos, I don't think, but you can tell that it's not 1080p, even though I've uploaded it in 1080p. So it, you know, it doesn't look as good as the Complete Edition. But I genuinely didn't realise that it was that much different from the original. But you can see anyway on the screen now, I've put that kind of like main castle wall up, and as I say, I'm going to try my very best to sort of theme the front of that. Now, as I say, we don't have much space to work with here, but I will do my best to sort of make it look more kind of 3D, so there's bits of it like sticking out and stuff like that. I'll be going back round, putting more turrets and stuff like that. You can see there, I'm just installing the Ferris wheel as well. I'm going to try and make it so the kind of queue line interacts with the wall, because I think that'll look really nice. So we'll go back in a second, and we'll actually add some kind of like roof structure above the queue line, so it looks like it's almost inside the wall. I think that'll look really cool. But yeah, the Ferris wheel actually looks really good, because I didn't realise, but when you're in night mode, it lights up blue, and it kind of lights up the whole wall in blue, so it does look really good. I'm kind of playing with the theming, seeing what I can get in there, adding a few kind of food stalls to the area. I also really need to put some toilets somewhere as well, because I just realised a couple of videos ago that I've actually only got one toilet in the whole park, which is right at the very front entrance. So I need to put some sort of toilet somewhere as well, so I'll need to figure that out maybe in a few videos time. But yeah, I definitely need to do that going forwards, add some more facilities like toilets, first aid, an ATM machine, because otherwise people aren't going to spend any money if they can't get money out. So I will go back and I'll definitely do that. But I really do like how this area is looking. You've got the Ferris wheel lit up in blue, you've got the purple track of the main kind of LSM coaster in the area, and then you've got that massive kind of like spooky looking castle wall. So I really am actually happy with how this area is looking, and I think over the next few videos, as I kind of finish off the area, I think, you know, it will actually probably shape up to be one of the best areas in the park. And that's just because, you know, the only reason that I've done all this is because I didn't have any, you know, space to work with. So I had to get a bit more creative with it. And actually, I really like how it's turned out. I think it looks really good. So, you know, maybe the next area, I should try and make that small as well, and really kind of, you know, focus that theming into a smaller area. And you know, as I say, I'm just really happy with how it's turned out. So I definitely will do that. And again, in terms of an on-ride video, I will get one in real time. Don't worry, over the next few videos, I'll go back and I'll get a few on-ride videos for you that are actually in real time, so you can see what the ride looks like. But I think I'd be better off doing that once I've actually finished the area off. But you can see there, I'm just going back now and putting a roof over that, just so it, as I say, it kind of like integrates it a bit more, so it looks like the queue line's kind of part of the actual wall itself. I just thought that would look a lot nicer. And then building bits there, they kind of stick out, and I'll add like turrets onto those bits, just so it, you know, it looks a lot better, a lot more detailed. That's always going to be the aim with this series. Detail, detail, detail. That's what we're all about. But yeah, you know, as I say, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think the Ferris wheel looks really good as well. And over the next few videos, I'm going to go back round, add a few more rides. I actually really do like the idea now. The more that I think of it, I do really like the idea of adding an indoor dark ride. And I think that I could incorporate that really nicely into the area. So I definitely will be looking at doing that in like the next couple of videos, definitely. I think that would look really, really good actually. Kind of like I don't know if I'd go for a coaster, or I still not decided if I'd go for a coaster or like a tracked slow dark ride, but I'm definitely going to do something like that just to finish off the area. I think that'll look really good, and it'll help sort of extend the castle kind of theme as well of the whole area. But yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest, for today's video. There's not really much left to do. I've added all of the main walls. Over the next couple of videos, we'll go back where I put that haunted house, and we'll add a bit more detail to that side of things. That's probably where I'm going to be putting the indoor ride. If we're going to call it that, I'll probably put that at the very top of the area as well. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you like the way that the area is looking now. I think it's looking really, really good, to be honest. I really am happy with it. It's a lot better than what I thought it was going to turn out to be anyway. But yeah, once again, if you've got any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.